First off, don't let the force of the impression carry you away. Say to it, hold up a bit and let me see who you are and where you are from. Let me put you to the test, Epictetus. These were the words of Epictetus. We would talk about this principle using one of the greatest minds to ever walk this earth as a case study. His name Nikola Telsa. Hi there, and welcome to our channel. Today we will talk about trust using the principles of Epictetus. But before then, who was Epictetus? Epictetus, born sometime in the 50s CE in Hierapolis, a Greek city of Asia Minor, present Turkey. He was born into slavery. However, his master noticed his outstanding intelligence and granted him permission to study philosophy. He went on to study Stoic philosophy. Epictetus' teachings are recorded by his student Aryan, in a collection called the Discourses of Epictetus. His teachings focuses on practical ethics and pursuit of a virtuous life. In one of the topics in his teachings was trust. And in this video we will give a practical example of his teachings. Our example today is with Nikola Tesla, the man who changed the world with electricity. It was he who captured the power of Niagara Falls with his alternating current system and made it possible to transmit electricity to all of America and the world. It was Tesla who patented the technology for wireless communications that is used in all radio and television broadcasting. Tesla's mind conceived so many things which laid foundation to most of the technologies we are enjoying now. One could say he was ahead of his time. He is arguably one of the greatest minds to walk this earth. He could have done more if he had the money and resources to pursue his imaginations. But because the world is a cruel place and unfair, he was taken advantage and he died broke. At 28 years of age, young Nikola Tesla arrived America. He arrived New York precisely from Budapest on June 6, 1884 with dreams, hopes and aspiration. In his pocket he had a note of recommendation from Charles Batchelor. Charles Batchelor was Edison's associate in Europe. The note reads, "My dear Edison, I know of two great men, you are one and the other one of them is this young man." When Tesla met with Edison, he was thrilled to the marrow meeting him. According to Tesla, he was happy to meet this great man who has revolutionized the world with his ideas. He said he was burning to show him his motor that was running on alternating current. But this was the problem. Edison had established his business with direct current, and any talk of alternating current was putting Edison out of business. Thomas Edison direct current was enough to power motors and lamps, but it had a major problem, which was transmitting it over a great distance. However, to solve this, a power station was built about every mile or so. Despite of their differences, Edison knew Tesla was a great talent and he could help him improve the performance of his generators, so he hired him. Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla had a gentleman's agreement that if Tesla could indeed actually improve things, he will be paid $50,000. With this in mind, Tesla went to work. Tesla worked hard, starting his shift from 10:30 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. the following day. He underwent the design of DC dynamos and motors of Edison machines. When the results came, Tesla went to Edison for payment. And to his greatest surprise, Edison chuckled and said he was just joking and that Nikola Tesla didn't understand the American humor. And so Tesla left empty-handed because he did trust out of impression. Just like Epictetus had warned against being carried away by impressions. Though Tesla left with empty pockets, his talents was still in him. And so, with the help of investors, he set up a laboratory few blocks away from Edison. In May 1888, Tesla was ready for the world. And in a period of 5 years he had about 20 patents to his name. Telsa's name was all over America. With this, one of the great industrialists of that time, George Westinghouse, visited him in his laboratory and was so impressed. Right there he proposed to buy telsa patents dealing with the alternating system for $1 million. He also proposed a royalty fee of $2.50 for each horsepower generated with telsa invention. You can say that the Nikola Telsa finally has made it and was on his way to generational wealth and fame. Well, you're right, this contract is worth billions in today's value. But sadly it was never signed. Once again he was left with empty pockets. But one thing he did succeed was putting Edison out of business. They say lightning do not strike twice in the same place, but it just did. When the Westinghouse, the company in which Telsa had a contract with, was faced with financial difficulties for stretching their resources in setting up the Niagara Fall, which generated electricity all over America, Telsa decided to move on, and according to him he tore up the agreements. But findings showed the deal was never signed in the first place, it was another gentleman's agreement. Telsa already had another invention he conceived which he believed will make him a millionaire once again. But sadly it never really happened again for him in his lifetime. Though Telsa never saw material wealth as the ultimate, but he sure would have achieved more in inventions if he had made the right business decisions. Inventions involves research, and research requires money. And more so he could have been able to maintain the lifestyle he once lived when he was at his prime. But unfortunately he was taken advantage of, because he did trust without verifying. In life, trust is essential. And so Epictetus said, trust but verify. Do not get carried away by impression, sweet talk, or appearance. A lot of time we get carried away by the impressions, sweet talk, or elegant appearance, and we overlook the obvious signs. These impressions get our emotions and we make decisions based on that. Our emotions is not our best scale to use when making decisions, for they are fleeting and unstable. Epictetus warns us to always verify before we trust, in so doing we use our logical scale. First off, don't let the force of the impression carry you away. Say to it, hold up a bit and let me see who you are and where you are from, let me put you to the test. Epictetus. If you loved this video, like, share, and do not forget to subscribe to help us grow. Thank you for your time and see you soon.